Hello, and welcome to California Gun Law. I'm your host, Don Hammond. Today, I'm going to talk about where a California CCW license holder can lawfully carry a concealed pistol and where they can't, as well as what to do when you're going into a place where you can't carry. I'm a licensed California attorney and a shooting instructor. I regularly help teach the 16-hour class that's required to get a concealed carry license in California. On this program, we provide education on California's complicated web of gun laws so that responsible gun owners can better understand how to lawfully exercise their rights. California has a complicated web of firearm laws and regulations, and there are lots of traps for the unwary. We want to help you do it right so that you won't need our criminal defense legal services. So getting to today's topic, where can you carry a gun with a California CCW license? First of all, there are few states that offer reciprocity with California because California will not recognize reciprocity with any other state. There's litigation ongoing regarding the availability of non-resident CCW licenses that would be valid in California, and the state is preparing to accept applications for non-resident CCW licenses. For now, if you have a license from outside of California, you still cannot carry a concealed firearm anywhere in California that is open to the public. And conversely, for today's topic, if you have a California CCW license, it does not grant you the legal ability to carry a firearm anywhere outside of California, except for Minnesota, Wisconsin, Virginia, and North Carolina. Of course, some states do not require any license at all, so you can carry in those states. To address this problem, many California CCW license holders also apply for non-resident CCW licenses from Arizona and Utah. That opens up about 36 states where then you can lawfully carry. The USCCA has a pretty good reciprocity map on their website and an app for your phone where you can put in which licenses you have and it will tell you where you can legally carry. So that's a good resource. As to where a California CCW license holder can carry within California, this is a rapidly changing area of law. So be sure to check for new updates rather than rely on Google searches or old blog articles or even YouTube videos like this one. You need the latest information to remain legal. There's a case currently making its way through the courts called May versus Bonta. That case challenges many of the sensitive places that were implemented by Senate Bill 2, or SB 2 as it's commonly called. SB 2 was the state legislature's response to the Bruin case from the United States Supreme Court, which was decided in 2022, nearly 3 years ago now. Among other changes to California firearms laws, SB 2 created a long list of sensitive places where a California CCW holder cannot carry a firearm. The complete list is in Penal Code Section 26230. The May versus Bonta case immediately challenged that law, and the district court issued a preliminary injunction, putting most of the allegedly sensitive places on ice. So they're on hold. The Attorney General immediately appealed that order, and the Ninth Circuit modified the injunction, reimposing some of the restrictions, but keeping others on hold while the case is pending. The attorneys for May, the good guys, petitioned for a rehearing en banc, which means they asked a larger number of judges in the Ninth Circuit to hear arguments related to the injunction. On January 15, 2025, about a month ago, the court denied that request. So the September 6, 2024 order from the Ninth Circuit remains the current state of the law. On January 23, 2025, the court issued an order confirming that the September 6, 2024 order will remain while the case works its way through the courts. That will probably take a few years, so things should be relatively stable for now. If anything changes, we'll put out new information in a video here, as well as a new blog article on the Criminal Defense Heroes website. So as of this recording in mid-February 2025, the following are places where you are not allowed to carry a gun, even with a California CCW license. Bars and restaurants that serve alcohol. That's right, even if a restaurant serves alcohol, it's prohibited for you to carry there. Playgrounds, parks, state parks, casinos, stadiums and arenas, libraries, museums and zoos, and any business with a sign that says firearms are prohibited. Then there are places where you are not allowed to carry, which were not even challenged in the maybe Vonta case. So these are places where you also are not allowed to carry, even with a California CCW license. These include schools, including kindergarten through 12th grade schools, as well as colleges and universities. It includes child care facilities, courts, local government buildings, jails and prisons, police stations, nuclear facilities, polling places, and any place prohibited by federal or local law. The most common places where carry is prohibited by federal law include post offices and the secure areas of airports. And you also are not supposed to carry in the parking lots of any of the above places. But see 26-230 subdivision C, which I'll discuss in a few minutes, because that allows you to lawfully carry in the parking lot just for the purpose of storing or retrieving the firearm. There are places where you are still allowed to carry, even though they're listed in section 26-230, because of the injunction. Enforcement of the law prohibiting carry in these places is on hold. So these are places where you are currently allowed to carry. They include hospitals, churches, medical facilities, public transit, gatherings requiring a permit, and parking areas attached to those places. Also, you can carry in any other business that is open to the public unless there's a sign that says firearms are prohibited. Senate Bill 2 tried to turn that on its head and say you cannot carry unless there's a sign that says you can, but that is not the current state of the law. The current state of the law is that you can carry in any non-prohibited public business unless there's a sign that says you cannot carry. And if you happen to miss the sign, you're okay. If someone notices you carrying a gun and asks you to leave, however, you should leave or else you're trespassing. Of course, these laws do not give you permission to carry if the owner of the place says you can't. Any hospital or church, for example, can put up a sign prohibiting firearms, and you are then required to comply. So what do you do when you're driving around, going about your day, lawfully carrying your concealed firearm, when you remember that you need to go return those overdue library books? First of all, consider using the Dropbox so you don't have to go into the library. I know, that's not the point. Let's assume you need to go inside the library. You can carry into the parking lot, and then in the immediate area surrounding your vehicle, for the limited purpose of storing or retrieving the firearm in a lockbox. Penal Code Section 26-230, Subdivision C, expressly allows this in all of the places that are listed in 26-230, except for nuclear facilities and places where you're prohibited from carrying by federal law. Of course, the California legislature does not have the power to control federal facilities, so they can't create an exemption for that. But most other places, you can carry into the parking lot, you can lock your gun up, and you can go inside. And then when you get back, take your gun out, put it on your person, and go about your business. Like I said, these laws are subject to change, and they have changed several times in the past few years. So stay up to date, stay legal, and stay safe. I'm Don Hammond of California Gun Law, and we'll catch you all next time.